Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brittany, and if this is your first time stumbling across one of my videos, I usually focus on fashion, beauty, luxury, lifestyle, fragrances, and pretty much whatever else I feel like talking about. So if that seems like something that you may be interested in, go ahead and click on that subscribe button if you enjoy the content, of course. Also, if you're already a subscriber, go ahead and click on that notification bell so that you do not miss an upload from me. Okay, y'all, so today we're going to be talking about some new fragrance releases and also some new fragrances that I've added to my collection. Y'all know how much I love a good fragrance, so of course I'm excited for today's video. If you're interested, stick around. Okay, y'all, so first up we have a black-owned fragrance. Now this is by Octavia Morgan, and she has a line of fragrances available at Ulta, and I love that for her, okay? So again, this is a black woman-owned business. The packaging is super sleek. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Byredo fragrances, but it's not as rounded or as domed, especially when it comes to the top. But I like the simple bottle. So Black Rose has notes of pink peppercorn, plum, black rose, vanilla, and labdanum, okay? So let's go ahead and smell this. Now I've worn this already, but let's spray it out so we can talk about it. Woo! She's good and strong and long lasting. So while we're letting this dry down, this fragrance is described as a floral, fruity, woody, sexy fragrance. And I would have to agree. Okay, you definitely get a deeper dark rose here. I get some woody notes in here. It's almost like a chippery fragrance, chippery. I definitely get some woody notes, but to me, it kind of comes off like more of a patchouli in this fragrance. It's not really a dirty patchouli, but it does make it a little bit more mature, but it's not like too mature in my opinion. If I'm being 100% honest, when I first smelled this, it reminded me so much of the black rose oil that I have from Black Candle Co., which I have in the oil. I have it in my diffuser, my candle, room spray. I just love that fragrance. So I don't know if it's the exact same oils that they use, but after wearing this, I do feel like this one wears a bit more feminine. It is a unisex fragrance. They call it gender neutral, but it does wear a little bit more feminine, and I get a little bit more of the vanilla that rounds it out on the skin throughout the day. This lasted on me, you guys, a great amount of time. I have to say over 8 hours. Okay, I can still smell this, but this DNA, in my opinion, is very, very strong in general. Okay, so yeah, this reminds me so much of that black rose type of oil, but I do feel like it's a little bit more smooth around the edges and a little more easier to wear. And I was surprised to know that this is a vegan and clean fragrance. So that is huge because a lot of the times these type of fragrances, when they're clean, they do not last, but this one does. So kudos for her for getting that formula right. So if I had to describe this, I would say that it is a very seductive rose type of fragrance. And I also get hints of Poets of Berlin. If you have tried Poets of Berlin from Wilhelm Parfums, you would know what I'm talking about. I don't know what that is, like if it's the labdanum or the rose, but Poets of Berlin also has a blueberry note, so it's way more sweet, but it still has that like green type of vibe. I don't know if it's like chippery. Do they call it chippery or chipper type of fragrance? It also has that same kind of vibe as my Eau Capitale from Diptyque. So whatever that is that make all these three fragrances smell similar or have that similar DNA, but this one is really nice. It retails for $150, and I am always going to support a black woman-owned business. So next up, we have Clementine Dream from the Seven Virtues. Now, this is Seven Virtues' newest release, and let me just tell you, she is good. Of course, I've already opened it, I've worn it, but I want to show y'all the boxes because these are new releases, and this is what the bottle looks like. Okay, so it has clementines all over it, and I just think their bottles are so cute. They're really easy to travel with. Nice and sturdy, but simple as well. So Clementine Dreams has notes of clementine, blackcurrant, magnolia, and vanilla. And let me just tell you, this smells like an orange creamsicle with a floral note. And I love that because it has that sweetness to it that makes it creamy and like that orange creamsicle, but that magnolia, the white floral in this, it comes out and it just elevates the fragrance and it makes it just a little bit more sophisticated. And I love, love, love that. So I find that Seven Virtues really does know how to do girly fragrances while making them just a little bit more elevated and still keeping that fun element. I just love that. So this one is good. It's going to be perfect for the summer, you guys. I've tested this one out. It lasts a decent amount of time on me. I find that this and Candied Lychee are their most long-lasting fragrances I have from the line, and I really do love these. Again, this is another clean brand, woman-owned business, and I believe it is vegan, I want to say. So yeah, this is going to be perfect for the summer. It is a fun, happy, cheery type of orange scent. As soon as you spray this out, you get that burst of orange. And though the vanilla, you can smell it, it's not overly prominent in the sense that it's just vanilla. It gives it just like a creamy sweetness to it. And I really like this one a lot, you guys. So I can just see myself dousing myself in this fragrance throughout the summer. Think of the orange that you get in Tangerine Boy, okay, from Phlur, but add a creamy sweetness to it that's not overly sweet, but it's way more feminine than that as well. Now, I will say on the dry down of this, it becomes a little bit more powdery, a little bit more musky. I wouldn't say masculine, but a little bit more gender neutral, you know what I mean, on the dry down. But overall, it is a beautiful scent. It makes me super happy. And again, I cannot wait to wear this in the summertime. Right now, I have been craving that Candied Lychee, so I've been wearing that. I'm ready for spring, okay? So ready for spring. So yeah, this is a good addition to the Seven Virtues family. Here we have another new release. Now, this is Vanilla Smoke from Phlur, okay? So Phlur has done it again. I feel like Phlur does vanilla so well. And this is a body spray. I was sent this in PR. So this one is a woody gourmand. So you have notes of bergamot, pink pepper, birch. In the heart, we have cacao blanc, cashmere vanilla, tonka bean. And in the base, you have incense, Peru balsam, and amber. Wow. They did it again, y'all. This fragrance is so nice. You guys know how much I love vanilla skin, okay? Love, love, love vanilla skin. And Vanilla Smoke is definitely the, I would say, the brother, maybe? Yeah, the brother to Vanilla Skin. I mean, both of them I feel like can be gender neutral. However, I find that Vanilla Skin is like a crystallized brown sugar type of fragrance. Vanilla Smoke is definitely more incensey. It's a little smokier, definitely more nighttime, if you will. But this is so elevated. One thing I love about Phlur is how they are able to make body mist smell so elevated. I am obsessed with how they do that, and these last. Like, I feel like the body sprays really do last. This is a great scent, you guys. So this is something that you can have to yourself, or you can share it with your partner. I absolutely love this one. It's worth it. I feel like this is worth it because it lasts a long time on the skin. But think like wow, that incense is crazy. This is so elevated. But think by the fireplace, but not so smoky, because I feel like by the fireplace literally smells like the smoke off of the fireplace. This one does have that incensey quality, but it's smoother. Go figure, in a body spray, which is usually alcohol based. It's a little bit more smoother, more well-rounded. It's just a beautiful scent, and this is going to be perfect for layering. Now, I do feel like this should have been like more of a winter release, but because it is a body mist, it's not thick and heavy, so you can get away with wearing this. But this profile, in my opinion, is a little bit more winter fall, you know what I mean? But yeah, Vanilla Smoke is so good. And they're also coming out with a new rose fragrance. I need to get my hands on that. So I'm excited about that. I'll pop up a picture so you guys can kind of see the imagery behind it. But yeah, I'm excited to see what they're doing with that because Phlur is a very unique brand to me and I'm always just very intrigued by their fragrances. So yeah, that is Vanilla Smoke from Phlur. Now here is another new fragrance and this is from Ellis Brooklyn. I received this in PR and y'all, let me just tell you, I'm so excited, okay? I am so excited for this one. So first of all, the color of this packaging, so cute. So this is called Guava Granita. It's an eau de parfum, of course. And let me show you guys the bottle. Oh, look it. It's so cute. Now, if you've been following me, you guys know I love me some Miami Nectar. Love it down for the summer, okay? I mean, it's a fragrance that I've craved. And I actually called it last summer that it was going to be the fragrance of the summer. And it definitely was. Like, everybody that tried it, they loved it. The pineapple note in that. Well, in Guava Granita, we have some gorgeous notes. Let's get into them. So the top notes are guava juice, banana, bergamot, tropical water lily. The mid notes are Cavalian melon, which I've never heard of, coconut palm, mango blossom, and the dry down has vanilla, sandalwood, and almond milk. Now, this is not out just yet, okay? This will be released on the Sephora app April 5th, and then it'll also be available on Sephora.com and at ellisbrooklyn.com on April the 6th. Not sure when I'll post this, but at this time that I'm filming this, we're still in March, okay? So this is not out yet, you guys. Woo! Yeah. This is so good. It's so good. I just, yeah. Got to. This is candy. I don't know. Oh my goodness, it's so good. So yes, I get the banana immediately. It's giving banana Laffy Taffy, but in a tropical way. You get the tropical vibes. I'm not pulling specific tropical notes, but I do smell the banana. I get a little bit of a melon take. I don't know what a Cavalian melon is, but I do get like a melon in here, okay? So loving that. Definitely get coconut in here for sure. The vanilla and almond milk, it makes sense to me because it is sweet. I wouldn't say lactonic, but definitely creamy, if you will. Oh, it smells so good. And it's well-rounded with the sandalwood. I do smell some like florals in here. I guess that's the tropical water lily. This is the banana version of Miami Nectar, okay? This is the tropical country version. Do you know what I mean? Like, what place does this remind me of? So they say that this is basically the Palm Springs version. But to me, this just reminds me of a tropical vacation. The banana in this is absolutely gorgeous. Like, banana, I feel like, is having a moment. I feel like AI the Great kind of started that banana trend in fragrances, at least to my knowledge. And I'm loving banana, like the way that it's smelling in fragrances. Even the Kayali Vacay set had a fragrance that had a banana note, and I loved it. And I really wanted that in a larger size. But then this came along, and I'm like, you know what? This may just do it. Now, this is not just a banana scent, but I definitely get banana. I get that melon. I get that water lily type of vibe in here. Definitely some coconut. And you do have to like coconut because it almost leans solar, but it's not. And I can appreciate that because I don't like a solar coconut that smells like sunscreen. But this definitely smells like fun in the sun for sure, you guys. Like, this is a gorgeous fragrance. Again, this is going to be the fragrance of the summer. You need to get your nose on this. Number one, I just want to drink it. Like, this color, yeah, it makes me want to drink this. This is just, between this and Clementine Dream, like, my summer is going to be good. Okay, I'm going to have an amazing summer with these two fragrances because these are like fun in the sun, playful, cheery, just perfection for summer. Okay. Another new fragrance that I have in my collection is Lancome Idole's Power. Now this was sent to me in PR, and I love the original Lancome. That's my favorite out of all of the Lancomes, okay? This one took me by surprise. I feel like this is the most unique Lancome Idole out of the entire line, because this one has a sandalwood note. It also has some rose in there. I need to spray this one out. It's super strong. I feel like the Lancome original is very strong too, even though it's like a clean type of soapy rosy scent. This one, you get the DNA of that type of rose, which is clean, but that sandalwood brings this one to a whole new level. When they say power, they mean that this is a super powerful fragrance, ultra feminine, but very grounded and powerful with that sandalwood. I love this one, y'all. To me, it is so much more dense and thick than the original. Okay, so if you love Lancome the original and you wear that during the day, this is something that you can totally throw on for nighttime, but you could also wear this in a business meeting. I mean, I feel like all the Idoles you can wear year round. This one, you're gonna make a statement. Okay, she is a powerful woman. Okay, nothing about this is unisex in my opinion. Of course, you can wear what you want to wear, but this is still a very feminine fragrance that has that power to it. I love it. So the top notes in this one is apple. The mid notes, we have May Rose. And in the base notes, we have sandalwood. Now, what I will say is Olivia Rodrigo, I think, is her name. And she was the face of this fragrance. Now, I think if you are a follower of Olivia Rodrigo, you're probably in your 20s, early 20s or younger. That's not for that girl. So I don't understand really that aspect of the marketing, because I feel like this is not mature by any means, like an old lady, if you will, which I don't like saying that because fragrance is subjective, but it's not an overly mature rose. It's not even as seductive as the dark rose from Octavia Morgan. This is just a woman in her 30s, like I would say mid 20s to 30s, that has her career, and you know what I mean, she's just trotting through life getting it. And I feel like that's what that is. That's not Olivia Rodrigo, like, at all, in my opinion. And I don't know much about her. I only know about Olivia Rodrigo because I watch It's Judy Life, and her kids like her. So those kids are 12 and under. You know what I mean? It's very funny though, because one of the fragrances that people say that this reminds them of is Amouage Guidance, and I literally cannot take that fragrance. But I can see what they mean. It's in the same kind of vibe. You know how Guidance is super powerful, that type of woman. That type of woman would still wear Idole Power, but this does not have that weird note that Guidance has that I just can't take. And it's just beautiful. And I feel like it has the same DNA as the original Idole, but it's not as soft and feminine. This is a powerhouse, y'all. Okay, so they named this appropriately. I just don't think they did the marketing appropriately, but yeah. Let me know what you guys think about Idole Power. Okay, y'all, so those are all of the new fragrance releases that I actually have my hands on at the moment. Kayali just dropped Phlur Majesty, which is like a rose fragrance, and a lot of people are liking it, but they are also saying that it just smells kind of like a lighter version of Delina. So I don't know. Also, rose is really big right now. You know, where a lot of people, well, the trend for fragrances is that we're moving out of gourmands and going more into the fresh, clean, soapy, linen type of fragrances. And so, of course, rose is going to be that middle ground for both of those to collide, because rose to me can be feminine without being soapy, can be feminine without being linen. You know what I mean? Type of clean fragrances. So Creed has a rose fragrance that they just released, and a lot of people are loving that at the moment. I smelled it and it smelled really nice. I don't know if it was $400 nice, but it was pretty. It was like a soapy rose and gorgeous. You know what I mean? And also another fragrance that recently came out was the Cashmere vanilla essence, I want to say, and it's from the Donna Karan cashmere line. And that smelled really good, but guess what? I smelled it in store. She even opened the bottle for me and everything because it was in the back. When I smelled that, it smelled just like vanilla skin. But I did wear it on the skin for the whole day, and I kept on smelling my hand, and I will say it's a lot more smoother and creamier than Vanilla Skin, the Eau de Parfum, and the Body Mist, because I feel like something in Vanilla Skin is fizzy or something, or, you know, crystallized. It's not creamy. So the Donna Karan Vanilla Cashmere has that creaminess to it, but it smells just like Vanilla Skin to my nose. If you smelled that, let me know your thoughts on that one. But it smells really good, and I think it is worth the purchase, especially if you didn't love Vanilla Skin, or you just like more of an elegant looking bottle or whatever have you. You don't like a clean or fragrance like that, because some people say that Vanilla Skin doesn't last on them. So definitely check that one out if you're a vanilla girl, okay? But now let's move into the fragrances that I've purchased, that I've added to my collection. And they're not necessarily new, but they're new to me. And since we're speaking of gourmands, I want to first mention Sphinx. This is a new brand for me, and I've been wanting this fragrance because I've been seeing so many people talk about it. And this one is called Egyptian Sugar Soiree. They had a 30% off sale, so I had to grab it up. And this is what the packaging looks like. Gorgeously packaged. The bottles are super heavy. The top is heavy on this. I still have the cellophane, not the cellophane, but like the little clear wrap on here. I mean, how cute is this bottle, y'all? I think that's so cute. The pink, of course, drew me in, and the bottle is extremely sturdy. Yeah. This smells really good. So I will say, let's go over notes first. So the top notes in the Egyptian Sugar Soiree are milk, cream, and coconut milk. In the mid, we have coconut, vanilla, and sweet notes. They don't specify. And in the base, we have benzoin, tonka bean, and white musk. When I smell this, I smell a candied version of Escapade Gourmand. It smells really good. I definitely get the coconut. It's a super creamy coconut. And again, it's like a candied version of Escapade Gourmand, where Escapade Gourmand is more of a creme brulee, decadent kind of dessert vibe. So this is a gourmand that I feel like is sweet enough and it's candy-like, but you can wear this all year round. So for the gourmand girls that are like, oh my gosh, why is everybody coming out with all these soapy, clean, fresh fragrances? And you're like, that's not my vibe. I want to still be a gourmand girl, but of course I still want something that's going to be nice for spring and summer. Egyptian Sugar Soiree is that girl for you, okay? It smells really good. I've worn this a couple of times to bed. I recently got this, so I haven't worn it out yet, but I will say, I don't get the longevity that I've heard other people talking about. And I feel like that's why this was on my list for a while, because a lot of people were talking about how this projects. I didn't smell anything, but again, I haven't worn it out, and I haven't worn it like doused full out. I've just worn it to bed and throughout the house a couple times. So I do like, you know, 3 squirts or something like that. When I wear my fragrance, I'm going to be layering and spray, 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 spray. You know, I haven't done that yet, but yeah, I'm shocked at the longevity that I received when wearing this fragrance. But it is a gorgeous, sweet, feminine type of fragrance. And I feel like if you like Yum Bougie Marshmallow, you would like this. This is not as musky, or it doesn't have like that strawberry, but it does have that candy-like vibe to it. And so I feel like you would like this. To me, this is like a smoother take, even though I love me some Yum Bougie Marshmallow. I mean, that fragrance, it doesn't stand a chance in my collection. It's almost gone. But this is a very sugary coconut milk type of fragrance. You get a ton of sugar in this for sure. Sugar, creamy coconut milk. Such a girly gourmand that's not heavy. It wears quite light on the skin. Even, and some things can wear light and still project. So don't confuse those two. When I say it wears light, I mean more fluffy and airy. But I do need to see if this is going to last longer. I can totally see me layering this with Vanilla Candy Rock Sugar or Yum Bougie Marshmallow, so many different fragrances that this would be a great topper for. And it's just like walking into a sweet, creamy cloud. That's what I mean by that lightness, that airiness, that fluffiness. So yeah, Egyptian Sugar Soiree, I'm happy to have it, but did I absolutely need it? I'm gonna say no, but the bottle is cute and I got it on sale and I like it a lot. I know I will get some wear out of it, especially when I'm craving something gourmand in the spring and the summer. Now, next up we have Blanche Bete. Okay, I finally cracked down and picked this fragrance up. I found this on sale, I want to say at Fragrance Net. Maybe, I can't recall, but it was a really good deal. Okay, the packaging on this is phenomenal. Let's throw that to the side. And then you get like a little jacket. I love that. And this is Blanche Bete. Now, I would have never paid full price for this, and I don't recommend you do that. I mean, it's a great fragrance, but if you can find it on sale, why not? Hello. This is a milky white floral. And something that I've smelled this before and I was just like, oh, okay. You know, but the more I thought about this fragrance, because I kind of blind bought it even though I smelled this before. And I wore this out, and when I tell y'all, I got so many compliments, and I'm telling you from all ages. I went to the MAC store on this day, and the MAC associate loved this. She was like, you smell so good. What are you wearing? And I was just like, really? It's Blanche Bete. And that's so funny because every time someone said I smelled good, I was like, for real? Really? So yes, she loved it. She looked it up on her phone and she said she's going to get it. And also I went to Gus Meyer, I think it's called. I was looking for a fur child. And you know, it's older women usually in that store. And when I tell you, they were all over me because they love the smell of this fragrance. They was like, oh my goodness, it smells so creamy and, you know, just beautiful. And I was just like, really? Like, that's so funny to me. So anyway, Blanche Bete, let's get into the notes. And I don't even know if I told y'all, this is by Liquid Imaginaires. I don't know. It's liquid Imaginaires, but you know, liquids, I don't know how they pronounce it. It's French, child. Okay, so the notes in Blanche Bete, the number one note is milk. Hello. Then the next is ambrette, which is a musk mallow. And then you have mystical, whatever that means. Then you also have tuberose, jasmine, incense, and mahonial in the mid. And mahonial is a note that is in Valaya as well. And I can totally see that similarity and why this is such a clean, kind of like rich fragrance. She definitely wears Hermes, not just the bags, the clothing. You know what I mean? Like, she's that girl. Very elevated. And then in the base, you have vanilla, musk, tonka bean, and cacao. So it's really rounded out with the sweet notes. And I will say that this is just a little bit more of an elevated Letta Oris 22, which I'm obsessed with. That one has a marshmallow note and some ambrette seed. But this one has those added white florals in the mid. So it's just something about this that's super elegant. And it is a crowd pleaser, okay? But it's very unique as well when you wear this. Some lactonic fragrances can make me just sick to my stomach. This one isn't one of them, okay? It's not one of them, but you definitely smell the milk. And I find that to be very interesting. So this is a good fragrance. And a lot of the times when I see people holding this bottle, the juice is darker than mine. So I can only imagine that this is going to get better and better over time because my juice, I mean, it's deep, but it's not that deep, you know? So this is a nice size bottle too. And I feel like this is one of those fragrances that you either love or hate, but it's a huge compliment getter. Like, I feel like people are torn between it. And I would say I'm one of those because when I smell this, I'm just like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm not like, whoo, love. But when I wear this, the attention that this brings. Now, if you don't like attention, I probably wouldn't get this one because it's such a unique fragrance that is also, it has that familiar type of quality. Yeah, the people gonna be on your back, okay? I mean, like I said, from all ages. men, women, old, young, they're going to ask you about this fragrance. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of Blanche Bete. I'm late to the bandwagon, but I found a good sale and I'm happy to have this in my collection. Next up, I have Sacred Bond from Reinvented. This was my Valentine's Day gift to myself. I went to the mall and treated myself to a niche fragrance, which I hardly ever do because your girl likes it a good deal. Okay, so I love finding things online, but I've been wanting this fragrance for a while, and guess what? It's been sold out for forever. So finally went into a niche house here in Nashville, and they were having a 15% off sale, so I added it to my collection. Now this is like a raspberry caramel type of fragrance. It smells so good. I actually wore this on Valentine's Day to dinner and it was a hit. Okay, so let me read the notes to you. Okay, so the top notes in Sacred Bond are raspberry, mandarin orange, and bergamot. In the middle we have gardenia, jasmine, and rose. In the base we have caramel, benzoin, white musk, saffron, vanilla, sandalwood, and amber. All of my favorite type of notes. I love a saffron, I love an amber, I love a caramel note, I love benzoin. And you may be thinking, ooh, sounds like baccarat. Nope, not at all. Not at all. One thing I do smell in this is like the raspberry and the orange mixed together so well to create its own fruit. And then I get a beautiful caramel note in this fragrance, okay? I am obsessed with this fragrance. Now, this is considered to be a unisex fragrance, but to me, it's a little bit more feminine leaning, I would say. It kind of reminds me of like the white gummy bears and raspberry. Like, I don't know, that's almost like what the orange and the raspberry does. And then it's like a beautiful gourmand caramel, but it's also not heavy and thick, you know, despite the notes that I've read off to you. And I think that that's why I like this, because this has a freshness to it while also being gourmand at the same time. So I feel like this could be an all year round fragrance for me. Now, of course, I wore it and it was super cold outside and it was very light. It wasn't thick and heavy, but I can totally see myself wearing this even in the summertime. I'm definitely wearing it in the spring. I have a little bit of a dent in her, but not too much, or him. I mean, it's giving a masculine bottle, which I don't love that. But yeah, this is a really good fragrance. It does not smell like your typical raspberry caramel type of fragrance, in my opinion. Again, this has like a freshness to it, and it's just really nice. I really love this one. So super happy to finally have this in my collection because I've been trying to wait it out online and I could never find it on sale or full price to purchase. So it's always out of stock. Another fragrance that I finally added to my collection is Bubble Forever from Montale. And if you watched any of my last Sephora recommendation videos, you know that I was talking about Montale being added to the Sephora website so we can get that discount, and I wanted Bubble Forever. I had a decant of this from Scentbird and I fell in love with it. Y'all, this is like a soapy, bubblegummy candy type of fragrance. I really enjoy this. Let me find the notes and read those to you. And again, you know I got this on a really good deal. But the Sephora sale is coming up, so this will be a good time to get it. And I love the travel size of this. Like, the travel size I think is worth it because the bottle is so cute. You know, sometimes it's just not fun spraying a travel size, but the bottle of these Montales are super cute. So anyway, the top notes are lemon, grapefruit, neroli, and pear. We have orange blossom, Bulgarian rose, jasmine, and cinnamon in the mid. And then in the base, we have toffee, vanilla, musk, and amber. What about this reminds me of bubblegum? I don't know. But it smells like bubblegum to me, like bubbles. I don't know. It's so interesting. I really enjoy this fragrance. This is going to be so perfect. It almost gives like a tuberose. You know how like tuberose has that bubblegummy type of vibe? That's what it kind of gives, but there's no tuberose in this fragrance. So I'm very confused by that, but that's what I'm getting. And it's really strong, you guys. Montale fragrances, you know, they are very long lasting. They all have like that synthetic type of vibe. So whatever that is probably why I'm getting bubblegum, you know. But yeah, it's soapy, yet it's bubblegummy. and still sweet. So if you do want to dip your toe into like that clean type of soapy vibe, this is a really good one. And look at the bottle. It's just so girly and pink and cute. Perfect for spring and summer. I have not been wearing this because it's been too cold, but I wore it last year and I can't wait to pull it out again this year. Okay, because I have the full bottle. So loving, loving, loving Bubble Forever. And I want you to get your nose on this one, y'all, because again, this is a very sweet, not overly sweet, but like a fun, girly, bubblegummy, soapy type of fragrance. Yeah, I just love it. I mean, you get a lot of the citruses in here as well. So yeah, I like this better than the candy one. I can't think of the name of it, but it's the same color bottle. It's just the candy one. And I have a decant of that too. And I thought I wanted it, but I don't. I like this one so much better. Next up, I have a fragrance that I got from my girl, Monroe Steele. She is the sweetest. Like, she thought of me and sent this over. And this is called Nudism by Kasein. Now, if you follow her, you know she wears this a lot. This fragrance is so unique to me. Number one, this fragrance house, they do not disclose the notes because all of their fragrances are inspired by art, okay? And so look at the bottle. Let me see. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see it because it's just kind of like graffiti on the bottle. But again, this is Nudism. Something about this gives me Oriana with a green note, or like Love Don't Be Shy with a very like green, earthy type of background in here. And honestly, it has a freshness to it. So like, it's not syrupy sweet like a Love Don't Be Shy, but it has to have some type of orange blossom or neroli, some sweet notes in here for sure. Maybe even the marshmallow, because it's like it's a candied sweetness in this, but it has that green type of background. And I don't know, it's almost like a wet greenness. Very, very, very interesting. Okay. And I've worn this a couple times. I really enjoyed wearing it, but it does perplex me because I'm like, what am I smelling? It's like wet algae greenness or something. I don't know. That sounds crazy, but it's the green wetness that I'm getting in this. Like a Love Don't Be Shy. Like, I don't know, y'all. Please, if you have smelled Nudism from Kasein, let me know what you think, because we can't find the notes anywhere online. And I just need to know what this smells like to someone else other than me, because I'm driving myself crazy, you know? But this is a good one. I'm so happy that she sent this over to me. Thank you, girl, for thinking of me. And yeah, this is something very unique in my collection because I don't have Love Don't Be Shy. And I just think it's so good. So yeah. This is a very unique fragrance. This is perfect for spring as well. I feel like Monroe has been wearing this like all year, but even last year. But to me, this is going to be perfect for the spring, that in-between type of weather, because that greenness gives it that freshness, yet we still have the sweetness. This is definitely daytime to me. I wouldn't really wear this at nighttime. To me, it's not seductive or sexy or anything like that. But yeah, this is a good one, y'all. Very unique too, in my opinion. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know some of your favorite new releases that you're excited about down below in the comment section. Let me know some new fragrances that you've tried out and that you're loving. And I will talk to you on my next one. Bye, y'all.